And we get ourselves into the second week of the Eastern European DPC Division 2. I'm Harry Freak and I'm going to be bringing you the Dota action today. And today we have two series for you, as you could see on the schedule that was on the screen just before I came into the picture. But anyways, for those of you guys that just want to listen and not really, strain your eyes by reading what's on the screen. No, sorry, we'll be taking on Navi Junior, and Moneymakers will be playing against Sigma Y and T. Those are going to be our two series of the day. As always, the schedule is not a rolling one, so if the first one ends up in a 2-0, we are going to be having a bit of a longer break until the second one does start. But these four teams today that are going to be playing should be interesting, right? The second series, Moneymakers versus Sigma Y and T, should be going in favor of Moneymakers with a score of 2-0, but no sorry versus Navi Junior, right? On one side, we have people who have been in Division 1, right? On the side of no sorry. Dino Zavrig, Dodron, Jan, Black Archangel, they have Dominic, who's a new player on their team. And then we have Navi Junior, who, they're just not as famous, well-known of a bunch, but these guys have been showing some solid performance. So far, Navi Junior have been undefeated, but they've only played one game versus Cybercats, who, well, haven't been looking the greatest. Let's put it that way, right? But either way, they have shown that they can win some games, so I'm hoping that they can show it here against No Sorry. But No Sorry definitely are coming in as the favorites, and Navi Junior, they're gonna have to work overtime here in this series to actually give themselves a victory. You finish off week number 1 with no losses, but the thing is, you only played one series. Now the real fight starts, and Navi Junior in this week, they're gonna be playing 4 series. This is gonna be, sorry, it's going to be 3 series. Yeah, 3 series in this one and 3 series in the last week. Yeah, but it's going to be long weeks for them. Slow start. Now, long weeks. We'll see if not playing enough games has impacted them. On the side of No Sorry, they've played 3 series. Only one, which is for a team with their players here in Division 2, actually quite surprising, disheartening. You could put it like good. So No Sorry, they're really gonna have to put it into another gear and show us what they got, because this is not good enough. Yes, they did play versus Moneymakers and Amiga, who you could say are probably two of the close to the top teams. Maybe Leikum Nihao is up there as well, but there's a lot of solid teams here. No one or even get close. They're gonna have to do better. So how well they do here. Are they going to be able to win versus Navi Junior? On paper, with their names, this should be a 2-0. But see, the techies does get banned out. I like that one from Navi Junior, because No Sorry always picks it. Yond is a big techies player, and they don't want to be seen. And the Disruptor does come out. So it's Dire side and the Disruptor, though here in Division 2, the Radiant side has been much, much more successful than the
Radiant team
Dire side. It is not that big of a deal. The Beastmaster and the Enchantress will come out. These are some fast picks. Actually, they pick up a Pango into a Beastmaster. I have to say, first of all, the Enchantress does rotate towards you in the mid lane. That's a problem. Second of all, there's a roar that's going to be waiting for you every single time that you roll. So overall, not the biggest fan of the pick, but the thing is that it's a comfort pick for Navi. They probably would have picked it either way. So I'm okay with it. Comfort picks are always nice. They've played it in the mid lane, right?
10 seconds remaining.
I checked that. I think that's the
5 seconds remaining.
That's the case. Yep. They play it in the mid lane. And they're usually very successful on the hero. Does get banned out against them a lot. So we'll see. We'll see how well they can utilize the hero. I'm looking forward to it for sure. So some pretty standard bans there, banning out the Ember, banning out the Seeker. Those are both heroes that deal well with the Pango. The Ember does really, really well versus the Pango in the mid lane, and we've seen it so many times. So It's only natural that you don't want to be dealing with it. And no, sorry, they are going to be needing some mobility damage type hero. Ember fits that perfectly. Of course, there could be a storm that they pull out for Dodgen as well, though I don't know if they have played it so far in the tournament. We have a little bit more of a sample here for no sorry to look at. So they've played some puck out of those mobility
Dire
heroes.
team ban.
They played a lot of DP, but that's something that we won't see. So yeah, they played puck again. Yeah, I don't see a. They played a Batrider. I guess that could be an option, really, versus a Pango. You will win the
10
lane. You probably won't
seconds
get the kill,
remaining.
but you will win the lane and get the kill if
5
the
seconds
Pango
remaining.
isn't careful. Every Batrider matchup is kind of out there, because if you make a slight mistake, you can be heavily punished for it. Not only you, but your teammates as well. Sometimes chain TPs and feeds do
Radiant
happen versus
team
that hero.
ban.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they ban it. Yep, they do. Understandably so. So the puck is left for Dodgen, something that he has played. It seems like his confidence is just not that high because he's not mixing up the heroes. That is not a good sign. They ban out the Primal Beast on no sorry.
10 seconds
We'll see
remaining.
what they want to get. The Nature's Prophet is still in the pool, so it wouldn't surprise
5
me if they would go
seconds
that route. They
remaining.
have a Beastmaster. They ban out the Primal Beast. You can just pick up a Nature's Prophet immediately, and actually, there's not going to be much to deal with you. Yes, both the Disruptor and the Pango are solid against you, but you have pretty decent heroes to just go for that push and be everywhere on the map. So it might just be Navi that's getting hunted rather than them doing the hunting with these two that constantly want to fight, constantly want to go for that bonus kill. Let's see. No, sorry. They're gonna take their time here. This ban into a
Radiant
pick is
team
where
pick.
their lineup will be made or broken with a Slark ban. That does seem like they want the range carry sort. Doesn't have to mean that's the case, but considering that you have a Beastmaster Enchantress, these two would lane really well against the Slark. So I would assume that you're gonna
10
pick a
seconds
carry
remaining.
that actually deals badly
5
with the
seconds
Slark
remaining.
overall. But for now, they will be taking their time here. Might dip a little bit into the reserve, despite thinking so much about the ban. Maybe the idea is now, do we pick a support? Do we pick a core? They don't have their techies, so they might have to go for something like a
Dire team
Snapfire.
pick.
What have they? Okay, Hoodwink. Yep. Those types of
Красота.
heroes. Snapfire, Hoodwink, techies. Even though it's in Division 2 not as prevalent as in Division 1. Now, even for 2 tours, we have seen these three kind of these burst heroes with Skyrat Mage making appearance here and there,
10 seconds
being
remaining.
somewhat of a tactic that every team can play in Eastern Europe, right?
5
So
seconds
it's never a
remaining.
surprise that we see any of these heroes. But a lot of nature and the no sorry lineup. So then you get a Nature's Prophet, and I don't know, the fifth pick, what could it be that actually does live up to the theme? But anyways, of course, we don't care about the theme. Pango, though, is gonna have a good time here. The if he survives
Dire
the
team
lane,
pick.
if he is not fighting the Beastmaster, is gonna be a huge deal, right? With the Dragonite coming out, that's something NAVI Junior have already played, especially with the Pango as well. So I'm a little bit
Radiant team
afraid
pick.
about their maneuverability around the map. They are gonna have the blink on the Dragonite, be mobile on the Pango, but the thing is, going from one side of the map to the other, right? You are gonna be needing to open up those towers.
Dire team ban.
So now with the Dragonite, that is actually a hero that you don't want to pick an Aegis Prophet into, but the Ursa will come out. So it kind of looks like Beastmaster and his pets here. That's the theme that they're going on for now. Ursa does seem pretty solid. With the BKB, none of these heroes do anything to you.
10
You're gonna
seconds
have two bans
remaining.
to protect it as well, and there isn't really all that many carries left that deal
5 seconds
really well
remaining.
with the Ursa.
Team ban.
So I like it. I really like it.
Dire
I guess
team
Tiny and the
ban.
Puck are gonna be the bans from Navi Junior. And some illusion based heroes. The
Radiant
Terrorblade
team
could get removed here as well. Yeah, there's the Puck. Naga has been taken out. Maybe a CK. Terrorblade you can maybe deal with.
Dire team pick.
So what's left? Navi Junior, they need a carry. So what have they played so far? A TA? A TA would be okay, actually. I wouldn't hate it. Um,
10 seconds.
they play the
remaining.
carry Dragon Knight. Though when I see this Marana, I kind of doubt
5
that's
seconds remaining.
gonna be the case. The Abaddon is in the pool, actually. That would be a big one for them. Oh, they ban out the Anti-Mage. So you have Abaddon, you have Terrorblade. Not really sure what God the Juice wants to play here. Morphling? Kind of lacking in the damage department, I'm afraid. Unless the Pango has a really early diffusal, you could run into damage issues. Maybe. So with that being said, either you get something that can split push, Terrorblade, Nature's Prophet type of hero, or get something that can fight earlier. CK seems like a okay approach. If you go for a TA, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit too slow. You're gonna be greedy on 3 of your cores. They're all gonna be needing that first 15 minutes of farm, and there's just not enough resources on the map at that point. Because when we talk about greediness, it's, do they hit the timing at the same time? Do they need to farm at the same time?
Templar
Do they go for the TA? Not sure about it. Even if you look at these heroes, it's not like they're particularly greedy, but there's a certain point in the game where they all need to be farming. The DK cannot go for a Meteor Hammer in this game. It has to be a straight up Blink. And then you just pray that your lanes don't go badly. They don't have to go badly, but there's always a possibility of that happening. I think this is a good Storm game for Dodrin. You have good supports to kill. There is some catch for you, but you have good vision. You have good base armor. You lane well versus the Pango. Should be an okay Storm Spirit game. I guess, though, the traps from the TA could dissuade you to go that route. You go for a Viper. Imagine he picks a Viper right now, just to make sure that the lanes go pretty badly for the Pango. You're great counter to the TA. You already have a Beastmaster and the Ursa for objective taking. Beastmaster for the towers, Ursa for the Roche. It wouldn't surprise me, though Dodrin doesn't play it all that much. They're gonna go for the Kunkka. So this wins the lane versus the Pango. It is a little bit faster. Torrent does remove the refraction charges. I like it. I think it's good. And also it does allow you to kill the Dragonite. You do have the damage between the Kunkka and the Hoodwink to finish off the DK, and I think that's the most important thing. You kill the Dragonite, you don't allow him to take down towers, the map gets small, the greediness from Navi Jr. comes into play, Dino gets his items, you win the game. I think that's the most likely scenario how this game could go. On the other hand, though, if the Pango is faster than the Kunkka, if he's punishing the Beastmaster more than the Kunkka is, let's say, punishing the Dragonite, I think you actually do have a chance of hitting your timings. It might not be at 15 to like 20 minutes, but between 18 and 22. So a little bit delayed there for a TA. But I think you can still hit it there. So, both teams, they definitely have merit to them. I would say that No Sorry's lineup is a little bit easier because Kunkka is easier to catch heroes with, and their lanes are looking a little bit more solid, right? So I'm gonna have to be going for No Sorry. For me, they're the favorites of the series as well. But this is by no means an outdraft. No way about it. So that being said, guys, we are gonna be getting ourselves into the first game of the day. But before it, we're gonna hear a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
A
I don't mean it literally.
And we get ourselves here into game number 1 of No Sorry versus Navi Jr. No Sorry currently 1-2, and Navi are 1-0. And well, BMA is just gonna be jumping in. The Kunkka stun, that is a hard hero to kill, but then again, so is the Dragonite. A couple more hits. A Black Archangel, no, it's gonna be on, but Dinosauric will pay the price as well. Still, it is gonna be a first blood for No Sorry, so they're definitely gonna be happier. The two supports chasing forward, going onto the high ground, a bad idea, and they know it. They'll pull themselves back, so we get a bloody start, but in the end, it is gonna be No Sorry that come out as the victors there. Unfortunately for them, it was a support that secured the first blood, but Yond, you know, at least he's gonna be happy. If you have a strong Hoodwink in this game, it's gonna be tough. And looking at EGB, they do believe that No Sorry are the favorites as well. I think on paper, really, this team should not lose even a game, I would say. But their performance so far hasn't been the greatest, so I guess that's why the difference in odds just isn't that high there, coming out from EGB. This bottom lane, it's gonna be interesting, right? Because the Mirana and the Dragonite do have the potential to actually bully the Ursa, right? The thing is, you're up against the Enchantress, so the Mirana is probably gonna have her hands full, right? And Black Archangel, well, he's an Enchantress, so impetus onto a DK is also a thing. So that bottom lane, I think it could go either way. Navi Jr. are gonna have to find ways to use the stun into an arrow, and if they're able to do it, even if they don't get the kills, they're gonna be happy with the damage they're doing. Well, you start off with the boars. We don't see that too often, but the thing is, the TA and the Disruptor aren't really the best at killing them, so No Sorry are gonna try to be as annoying as possible. And Got the Juice started with a meld against the Beastmaster with the boars. Usually would like the Psyblade, but that level 1 fight, it is gonna be impacting how he lanes here. That's to be expected. You do want the meld if you're fighting level 1. The minus armor is just too good to ignore. So Riemann is not going for the lucky shot build versus the Kunkka. I've seen that one for Pangos to do okay in this lane, so I'm curious to see how well he will do against Dodgen. For now, it's going pretty well.
So this whole mess is all your fault?
Step lively.
Still,
now.
the
Your
first two
admiral is
waves,
on board.
it's not really a merit to what's going to be happening in the later portions of the laning phase.
You don't have the sand.
As the levels do increase for the Kunkka, the harder it becomes for the Pango to play. So far, so good for Navi Jr. They are laning well, they're last hitting well, and as I say it, Got the Juice, he misses some easy last hits there, so definitely not gonna be too happy about it. Big thing is that this game, No Sorry, they have a lot of ways to go through the refraction charges. First of all, every single hero has a lot of attack speed because of the Beastmaster. Then you have the Bushwhack, which takes everything off. You have the Torrent, which takes everything off. You have so many units from the Beastmaster, from the Enchantress, so it's not gonna be easy. We'll see how well they can keep their TA alive before something like a BKB does come out. Dragonite is taking some damage on the bottom lane, but actually they're chasing him down. So the Dragonite, one more hit and he could die, gets himself into the tower. So we'll be okay for now. But that's a lot of pressure that No Sorry are applying on the bottom lane. So even though this Ursa is only 10 CS, it should start to increase slightly. Nice torrent dodges coming out from Riemann. He has been doing a good job not allowing the Kunkka to get any denies in. Well, there we are in the bottom lane. Black Archangel doesn't have any more mana, but the mangoes are being delivered to him. Oh boy, I would really want to go somewhere where mango is grown to eat it fresh. I did get a solid mango off the market a couple of days ago, but I've been told from people that have eaten it fresh that it's nowhere near to what you can buy on the market. So hoping I get to go somewhere Maybe go for a safari in Africa in there.
what you
Try it out.
find
Black Archangel, as always, his manly headphones. Wearing a no sleeve shirt to show off the muscles, and then a very manly headset. Bushwhack connects. Got the juice. He will take a ton of damage there. Hoodwink is not to be underestimated. This hero can really pack a punch. That you have to be careful though, because you can pack a punch, but it does come at a cost of your HP being quite low and your armor not being up to par either. But overall, they every single core is farming. The biggest difference is between the Ursa and the Dragonite, and really that difference is, I mean, almost non-existent. So I guess the biggest difference now comes down to Yond having that first blood and having just slightly more net worth than the other supports. That's about it. Look at how much that glimpse does in terms of damage. That's actually insane. Dodrin is dropping low. He has to be careful. That's the full orb of corrosion. Rhea man doesn't have the mana. Dodrin should be happy that he survived through this one. He's a concuss still. We'll go back to the base, refill the bottle, and we'll be back almost full with a healing salve. Not almost, but completely full there back into the lane. So that does definitely help him. But the Pango did win the lane. Got the juice. One more hit. No, they don't have the vision. Yond gonna be pulled back. Has the fairy fire. So his life wasn't really in danger. But got the juice while him on the TA is now gonna be struggling a bit. You come closer and you could actually die. TA usually on level 4, approaching level 5. That's where you want to go into the jungle until you get level 6. Then you come back into the lane. But let's see what he decides to do. I think staying in this lane right now would be a mistake. Actually, he might need to deal with the siege creep first. Then, yeah, he will probably go. Poor Hawk. Oh, Reedus doesn't actually get the gold for it. This is gonna be a very early Helm of the Dom. This is the thing, you have to slow down the Beast Smasher in this game. That's the most important thing. And, well, laning stage went badly versus him. So, well, Pango is gonna have to do some heavy lifting there on the top lane. Luckily for them, he had a solid lane. Reedus being slowed down by the Piggies, but we'll be okay. Okay, got the juice, got the siege creep. Now I really would like for him to go to the jungle and then come back when he's level 6, because once there's a level 6 on the Beastmaster, and if you don't have yours, then you are a pretty easy target. Let's see just how easy of a target he's going to be. Got the juice. Going into the jungle. Good job, good job. Yeah, he claps there for himself. Other than the first blood and the fall-off that we saw in the jungle, we haven't seen any kills happen. The Dragonite and the Mirana got close, but wasn't really enough. Everything else has been just straight up farming, and the Dragonite has now suffered a little bit in lane. If that's gonna be changing, but he has been left alone now, considering that the Mirana is just helping out in the mid lane and stuff like that. So yeah, well, he's not really gonna be in any position to get some CS. Got the juice, they're coming in, they have the Warpine Raider, and yeah, got the juice. I don't know if you're getting out of this one alive with the glimpse. Actually, he will. But these piggies and the Warpine Raider, they're not to be underestimated. They actually do a lot of damage there. You have the seed shot, you have the acorn shot, planting seeds in the TA. But she's not a big fan of that. You know, Daze, South Out, Black Archangel, Nature's Intendants will be protecting him. Rhea man, is he going for this? It seems like the answer will be yes. The TP out, Rolling Thunder, not gonna allow it. At least he forces it out. Yond died on the other side of the map. It seems like both of the supports of No Sorry will be taken down. One on the top lane, one on the bottom lane. Nicely done, nicely done. You want to be super aggressive on the top lane? Well, you get punished. That's what the Disruptor does if you overstep your boundaries, you can very easily die Roar. Dominic thinking about it, he's gonna get it out. The Kunkka is here, Torrent boat, that should be a lot of damage, but not enough to get the kill. Riemann is here to respond, and this Pango, he did well in the laning phase against the Kunkka lane. He should definitely lose, not by a lot, but lose definitely. And now, he's everywhere. He kills the Enchantress bottom lane, now he kills the Beast Smash on top, protects his TA in the process, and actually that was both the Roar and the boat used. Both not the biggest of cooldowns, but it's still there. So Navi Jr., these last couple of minutes, they have all gone their way. You know, he's giving instructions to his teammates, talking to them. He doesn't seem too happy. Maybe that's just his focused face. Enchantress is coming over, Kunkka as well. They want BM8 dead. They are gonna be getting him. There's gonna be a Torrent, X into it, and a couple of more hits from the Ursa will finish him off. Actually, dodged him. Let's decide that one is his, given that the Ursa did get stunned up. He started off with the Enrage immediately as they went in for the kill. So that's gonna be a Dragonite dead. His game continues to suffer, and he's the one that needs to be opening up the map for you. So that's a bit of a bummer for Navi Jr. But it should be okay. Ursa working towards the Battle Fury, no surprises there. And the top lane tower, well, it will eventually fall. Got the juice, he did have to leave the lane. Has the Seeds of Serenity. It feels like a young girl planting her garden. Everything is so beautiful and nice, and now she's just killing vermin that want to destroy her beautiful plants. Imagine how cool of a story that is. The thing is, this vermin destruction is a little bit brutal. Anyways, though, the 2k goal lead for No Sorry is here. The Kunkka did manage to get himself ahead. That is normal. Of course, you're going to be farming faster than the Pango. And they're rotating to the bottom lane. They need to open up the map. They haven't been able to slow down the Beastmaster, so maybe they can accelerate their Dragonite right now. The Courier. It's a baby Roshan Courier that's being used by the Ursa. Static Storm, quite nice. Dino Zavrik, he's getting some help. Not gonna be using his ulti, and the boat is coming in. So read this. Well, he's not gonna be getting out of this one. And the pushback connects quite nice. He didn't have level 6 just yet. Dino Zavrik, though, he does have the ulti. Riemann, he will have to go for the Rolling Thunder, which means that a turnaround is actually possible. Dino, a little bit too away from his tower, and look at that damage. It's insane. Navi Jr., they're no pushovers, but they won't be able to take the tower. Whilst Dominic, well, he's gonna be on a pushing mission of his own. Doesn't want to stay in the top lane for too long. Just gonna make sure that this mid lane tower takes a lot of damage. Got the juice in the vicinity, and with the glyph being used, he will be able to defend the tower for now. But at bottom lane rotation, Navi Jr., I could say it's successful, but still the map is not opening. So the time where your TA, Dragonite, and the Pango all should be farming is coming, and you're not gonna have enough of a map. Mirana, gonna be dusted up. Bushwhack connects, and well, Moonlight Shadow won't help you to survive. They did have the dust, and of course they will. You're up against the Moonlight Shadow, you're up against the Meld. It would be very surprising if they would make a mistake like that. Dodron, there is a regen waiting for him, not like he needs it now, but once he does, it is gonna be ready. Black Archangel, he doesn't want to get glimpsed, he's waiting for help, and the Warpine Raider is coming. Glimpse, it is gonna be coming soon as well if they want him, and they do. Sharpshooter gonna be charged up, they want that kill. The Torrent, the boat, it is coming, you cannot escape. Very low, and the Warpine Raider is coming. There's the siege shot. Oh, the smoke comes out, and Dodger didn't break it in time. Beautifully done by Ridis. It does save his life. Quick thinking coming out from the Disruptor there. That's gonna allow him to live. Both of the supports survived barely. The Enchantress and the Disruptor, they were pretty much dead. All of this does open the space for the bottom lane for the Dragonite to secure the tower. That is actually quite big. Dino will have his Battle Fury at a decent timing. But that tower being opened up, that is the biggest thing that could have happened for Navi. And finally, you know, some alone time for the Dragonite, because he hasn't been getting any love from the start of the game. Bushwhack does connect, immediately removes the refractions, got the juice, he's gonna be fine. He's surrounded by his own traps. So, if you decide to go up the high ground there, you are gonna be in a lot of trouble. The gold lead from No Sorry doesn't exist any longer. Their supports are pretty poor. The Mirana, on the other hand, very farmed up. Understandable. That's probably one of the fastest farming supports in the game. So now the game has slowed down. The Ursa has his Battle Fury, but No Sorry, in my mind, they haven't applied enough pressure. Navi Jr., I think they've gotten everything they wanted out of the early game. Of course, that greed that we talked about, it's not going to allow any of their heroes to get super far ahead, but that greed is pretty much present on No Sorry as well. The Battle Fury Ursa, the Kunkka, somebody's going to suffer. Nice X there. Beautifully done. He's not gonna allow Yon to get into any kind of trouble. Rhea, man, he doesn't agree. You're not gonna save him from this now, and he slows him down. Another swashbuckler in just a second. The torrent, beautiful. He gets himself over there. Yon, nicely done. The boat is coming through. It's not gonna connect on the Pango. Rolling Thunder immediately. Kunkka, he needs himself to get pushed down to the low ground. That's not gonna be happening. But the Pango did go there, and Ridis does get brought down. Daze jumps into the Roche pit, the torrent. It will find him, and the torrent didn't stop the TP, but the X did bring him back and immediately into the pit. They have the creep there to tank for the Ursa, so Dino Zavrek, he should be able to bring down Roche in no time. And it just goes to show how much a farm Beastmaster can do. This is a Roche. This is beautiful for No Sorry. They couldn't have hoped for a better engagement. And it all happened because of the beautiful dodges there, because they did manage to get themselves away from the Pango, and he was pretty much certain he was getting that hoodwink. Boy, was he wrong. That's how the Diffusal Blade. We saw how much damage he can do to the supports. The supports of No Sorry are quite squishy. Enchantress can sometimes be considered not as much, but considering that you're up against the Pango, he pretty much cuts you down in 2 spells. That's the only thing that's gonna happen, really. Oh, Dodgen does have a cool bunk bed. I like it. There behind him. No, he's not playing from prison. He probably has like a brother, or they used to sleep like that when they were kids. Just stay there. Or maybe it's something else. Maybe I don't have the info, guys. There's with the Arcane Rune, farming the enemy jungle. The TA, he's on the top lane, so not really farming the Ancients, not a lot of stacks, but still the TA is going to be topping the network chart. Makes sense, the hero was farming all the time while No Sorry will getting the Roche. And it's one of the fastest farming heroes in the game without items, maybe even the fastest hero, farming hero in the game without items. Ursa does have his Battle Fury, but can he really stand his ground? God the Juice is super farmed. He has both the Deso and the Dragonlance. Yes, he didn't get the first Roche, but the second Roche is the one that matters. Let's see if he does get that Shard. Ursa comes over, kills the trap, and that's a red flag for the TA. We'll get herself out. So Dino Zavrek, he kind of spooked her there. They needed an X. The Kunkka wasn't in the vicinity. Didn't even see the TA. She's out. That's about it. That's the end of the story. Not a very interesting one. It's the one that we're gonna have to live with. Black Archangel, Dodren with him. X doesn't come out. There's the glimpse of the Black Archangel. Actually, no, he does send back the Kunkka. Well, Dodren is running forward. He'll find God the Juice. You have to protect him. You have to protect him now. The boat is coming. Dodren. Oh, he has the BKBs. He can stand there and fight. The Static Storm, it won't bother him at all. And they will bring down the Disruptor. They weren't even focusing him. God the Juice. He has to run. They have the dust. He cannot move away. Those are 2 big kills, and Dodren's BKB reveal does make a huge difference here in the game. Killing the TA, slowing her down, one of the most important things. Once she gets the BKB, it's just not gonna be so easy. You know, speaking about BKBs, he's less than 1,000 gold away from his. You will find the Philosopher's Stone. Unfortunately, that's not an item that the Ursa will be willing to use, but his supports, they're gonna be more than happy to increase their gold. The Helm of the Overlord, Ancient Granite Golem, this tower is in trouble. This tower is in a lot of trouble. It does not have a glyph any longer. They have the Alpha Wolf as well, enchanted by Black Archangel, so the damage output is actually insane. They might have to bring more heroes here. I don't know how confident No Sorry are to go for this one, but Yeah, God the Juice might be enough to just dissuade them from the push. But the TA does get overtaken by the Ursa, and that's a big deal. You can see that he's not happy about what is happening. Dino, his BKB is being delivered as we speak. He also went for a dust. So guys, if you are a core player, please buy dust as well. You're gonna be deep in, and they're running in Black Archangel. He uses his sprites there. They get the arrow onto the Ursa. He's still the one with the Aegis, my friend. So even if you kill him, that's not gonna be too big. They're going for the Dragonite. He's still alive, and the BKB from Dino. He goes for the overpower. He's gonna be overpowering PMA. Yeah, no more. Nothing positive about dying, my friend. So that's gonna be another 2 kills for the side of Sorry. Not a single response from Navi Jr. They're using their spells, but they can't really do much. And that's the thing. That's the thing about their lineup and their early greed. Is what do you do if you're pressured? You still need to farm, Rhea, man. He could get roared here with Ursa coming in. Ooh, that was very close. He just got the swashbuckle and gets himself away. But their mid lane tower, it doesn't have the opportunity to do so. So no sorry, if they want to, they can probably take it down as well. They did use the glyph themselves. So let's see if that's going to be the call. If that's going to be something that they're going to be focusing on. No static storm for 36, no Pango roll. This tower is gone. Like, it's literally gone, and Dominic is preparing himself for Aurora. If anybody even thinks about coming close, and Navi Jr., they're not gonna do it. The Ursa Aegis does expire. He actually does prevent the regen from coming out through completely by the Pango, but it doesn't matter. Ursa was pretty much full already. And you can see Dodrin is already itemizing versus a TA. Right, you get a Halberd. Maybe you get 2 of those if the Beastmaster wants one, but I'm guessing BKB Blink into an AC would be the... or BKB Blink into a Hex. And either way, you get those single target lockdown, disable items, call them whatever you want. And the TA is the one that Navi are relying for the later portions of the game. Both the Dragonite and the Pango aren't really having the best of games. Pango, he had some good rotations early on, but not any longer. Morana has been caught. Torrent will lift her up into the air, and the Ursa and the Kunkka will put her into the ground. And they'll look at Black Archangel just going forward. This is my triangle. This is my map. Well, Navi... they will just run away. Pango going for a basher. You need that. You need more lockdown. The thing is that the Dragonite Blink didn't really accomplish anything, right? You would assume Dragonite with the Blink with Morana, you're gonna be able to do a lot. You just always needed that one extra item to farm a little bit more. Oh, the enemies are on our tail already. We can't do it. And now we're going for a smoke. They have a BKB on the TA, but the thing is, how effectively can you actually use this Dodger with the BKB and the DD is not a guy you want to cross, not a guy you want to fight against. Navi, their smoke will break. Nicely done by Black Archangel. He still has the Force Staff. Will get bashed up, but that's just a bash reveal that will not give you anything. TA getting gone on, has to pop the nice second BKB. They get the stun onto the Enchantress, but you can't really attack her all that much. Black Archangel should still die. Outstrike, gonna be just enough. The glimpse onto the Beastmaster, that could be a bonus. His extra armor not gonna be helping. Nice bushwhack. There's no more BKB, but you only have 3 of your heroes alive, and one of those is not a core. So it's time to escape. The arrow is not gonna be connecting. Dodrin, that grazed him. But the Dragon Tail is not going to be grazing Yon. It's going to be connecting quite nice, and BKB TP from Dodrin not going to be following him with the Pango. Doesn't have the swashbuckle, he'll be fine. But that was a beautiful fight for Navi Jr. It is going to cost them a 9-second BKB of the TA. But then again, no sorry, they lose the 8-second BKB of the Kunkka. So overall, it is not the biggest of deals. Nice one, nice one. They protected their last outer tower, which I think is very important. And in my mind, no sorry made a mistake. They're not just focusing on the tower. You focus on the tower, you get that one down, and Navi have nowhere else to actually create a fight on their side of the map. So they're always going to be fighting in the open and on the back foot when the fight starts. Until that tower gets taken down, at least there, they will always be able to mount up a nice defense. and they get themselves ready for a fight. The halberd does get done for the Kunkka BKB for Dominic. He wants it, doesn't want to get glimpsed into a static storm any longer. For now, everything looks okay for Navi Jr. Just a couple of seconds ago, it was looking like their entirety of the map is going to be taken. Now, they're back into it, right? In terms of gold, they're in the game. Of course, some of it is the Mirana just being ahead of the other supports, but they do have what it takes to fight. It's not going to be an easy fight around the Roche pit, but it's not an impossible one either. Smoke from No Sorry, dodging with a haste rune, BKB and the halberd on him as well. Got the juice. Don't want to get caught there. Ooh, he didn't. He didn't. For now, he's gonna be fine. Dodging, thinking about finding something. He actually jumps onto the enchanters, but the arrow connected. The enchanters is dead. The build and torrent, they're gonna be connecting. PMA pops the BKB, and Dino cannot finish him off. He's gonna have to pop his own BKB if he wants to live here. Now think about running in, running away. What do I do? He's not sure. The Ursa is being kited, but not any longer. The Mirana will finally get caught and brought down. Dino in a lot of trouble. He gets bashed. He's gone. The roar onto the Pango. A little bit too late, my friend. Dominic will run himself away, and Navi, they're chasing forward. They have the glimpse, and no BKB on the Beastmaster just yet. So No Sorry. They underestimate the power of Navi yet again. Fortunately for them, the Roche still isn't up. So their heroes, they're going to be somewhat alive here in the spells of Navi Jr. They do not allow, the cooldowns of the spells don't allow them to walk into the pit immediately. They jumped in on that Dragon Knight. They wanted to burst him down, but he had the BKB, a fresh one. Mid lane tower, the best access point towards the Roche. Navi are gonna take that away from No Sorry. They want to be able to contest the Roche as well. And after that tower takedown, they will be able to do just that. The second Roche, Aegis and Shard, up for grabs for whoever can get in there first. And got the juice. He is thinking about it, but he decides not for now. Navi Jr. Just a couple of minutes ago, it was looking like they were gonna lose this game easily. They're gonna lose every single part of the map. Now they're the ones dictating the tempo. The gold lead, of course, is not that high. This game is still anybody's to get. They will get the extra 250 gold. That is big. No Sorry are in a smoke, and Navi, they don't seem in the best position. They have to get themselves onto the high ground. No Sorry, they're a little bit hesitant to ward. That's just the sentry, and Beyond does go for the Pango. That's a big kill if you can get it. He's gonna have to buy back if he wants to help his teammates, but for now that's not gonna be happening. Kunkka doesn't want a BKB used just yet. Nice arrow, but only 250 gold there for the creep. The X onto the TA, have to be careful. They're gonna be going in, and he's doing a lot of damage. Got the juice, he's dead. The buyback for the Pango, it's a little bit too late, my friend. He's coming back into the fight. The BKBs are gone. Some 4 stabs there onto the supports will keep them alive. We've lost 2 cores. One of them had to buy back, and the Roche is up for grabs. Navi, they might have to defend this one. It is a necessity. Second Roche, very, very important. The stun from the DK goes onto the Kunkka. The follow-up arrow does connect as well, but he's still alive. Dodging a little bit too tanky to die. Torrent will get used just defensively. PMA, that's his 8-second BKB down the drain. They don't get the kill. Ooh, a lot of damage taken by the Disruptor. The mech will keep him relatively healthy, and No Sorry, back into the pit they go yet again. Ursa, she wants a little bit of piece of this Roshan, and Diego should be going their way. Yon loses his life. PMA does finish him off, and this should be a spook for No Sorry. With the arrow flying in, they know Roche is taking some damage, but nothing too significant. Both of the teams very good at killing Roche, so it could die in just a couple of seconds. And Navi, they're gonna have 5 heroes, whereas No Sorry, you're gonna be missing one. There's only 4 of you. Ursa jumps in. They're like, now, guys, let's do it now. He needs a lot of time to get here with the TA, but how much is a lot? In a couple of seconds, he'll be back. The arrow is coming in only to connect onto the creeps, and the boat gets used as well. The Ursa, does he get the Aegis? Yes. Okay, got the juice. You're a little bit too deep right now. The door is going to be used. Zarek turns around onto the Pango. He did get the shield crash before he got roared. That's the only thing that saved his life. It's still going to be going for him. The X does connect. Ursa taking some damage. Still has the Aegis. So even if he kills him once, he's going to be back. Nice roll up coming out from the Pango to keep himself safe from the X. And Black Archangel going ham here with the impetus shot. He's going to be losing his mana soon. PMA very dead. Going to be hunted down there by No Sorry. And it seems like they want to go for more. Or do they? They decide it is enough. We've gotten the Roche, we've gotten the Shard. Have they gotten the Shard, actually? I don't see it. Where's the shard? Ursa wants to buy it. And the Pango... Did the Pango get the one from Roche? I mean, I didn't see it before the fight, and he's the only hero on the map who has it. So I'm gonna guess the answer is yes. That roll-up actually saved his life. He would have gotten X'd into a torrent. That would be a dieback effectively, so he wouldn't be able to come back into the fray. Yep. As an Ursa, it's a bummer having to buy your own shard. You always rely on the Roche.
Your admiral is on board.
15 to 12, the gold lead. It really doesn't matter because it's sub 1k here for No Sorry. They have been at that point for the majority of the game. We did have a 4,000 gold lead at one point, but that's the biggest one that they've gotten. Daze looks pretty young. I don't actually know. I'll be checking that one actually. How old Navi Junior players are, but Daze looks pretty young. Be like, yeah, this guy should play for a junior team. That's gonna be the attack from the TA that's gonna be following the Kunkka forever. You're pushing a tier 2, but your tier 3 is in trouble. You don't have a glyph, Navi. You know that you're up against the Beastmaster. The TPs are coming through, but their tier 3 is gonna get demolished in a second. Yeah, the inner beast aura, it is not something you take lightly. At least 250 gold for the ancient creep. No, not even that. A tier 3 for a tier 2, a better trade for No Sorry. Still the gold lead isn't that high. You're not afraid of it. It's not gonna change the game. What is though is this tier 3 being down, so next time around you decide to go for the push on the bottom lane, well, you might be missing a lane of racks. Got the juice. He has a 6-second BKB. He has gotten through all of his charges. Still quite confident there. Dodgen makes his presence known. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter, so we're gonna have a water park fairly soon. Torrent Storm. Very cool spell. Very cool spell. Very hard to play against. When your BKBs are low, he just waits it out and you use it and you cannot play. Siege Creep alive. No Sorry. Moving over. Have all 3 of their BKBs. There's an Aghanim Scepter in the Pango. That's gonna be a lot of damage coming out from you, man. Melt the spells for the TA. What's that good for? Enchant? Torrent? What? I mean, not the best melt the spells type of game. You cannot remove the halberd.
Regeneration.
Yeah, would prefer the other talent. Top lane Navi, you have to deal with it. No Sorry are playing this in a very smart way. So Navi, right now, they're kind of in a situation where you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to run into your enemies, or you're never gonna be able to leave the base. The bottom lane pushing in, though, might be a little bit of a thing that dissuades No Sorry from this push, but they will take the ranged axes. Maybe not just yet, but it is getting close. Glimpse of the Black Archangel. He tries to heal himself. Daze has died already in the mid lane, but that's gonna be a 1-for-1 around the map. Nothing of value was lost, I guess. You can say it that way. Or supports, not even the casters see them as valuable. The bottom lane is now being pushed in as well. That's the impact of the Kunkka X, is that you can be anywhere on the map. You can just push something out and again connect with your team. So right now, once that lane pushes in, Navi Junior, they're really not gonna have a play. They're still keeping themselves in this one. Ursa is going for a MKB, Kunkka for a Hex. Really no surprises there in terms of items. I still would like for someone to go for an AC. But maybe if you control the TA, you don't really need it, right? The damage is coming out from her. No one else is doing physical damage, at least not currently, at least not for at least some time in this game. The Dragonite is way too poor to actually be considered a threat in terms of physical damage. Aghanim's from the Kunkka. It is something that you're gonna have to keep your eyes on if you're Navi. Navi, they have a gem. No Sorry, they have a gem. Rhea man, roll up, Rolling Thunder. He's gonna use both of those. This could open up a potential push in the top lane, but they did push out the lane for now, so Navi Jr. at least did manage to accomplish that. Moonlight Shadow and the Rolling Thunder are solid cooldowns that could be utilized here by No Sorry. I see just how well they have the gem on the Kunkka. Will he be checking that high ground? Yes, he will. So the ward gets taken down. They still have a ward in their base, Navi Jr. Having that gem might be giving them a full sense of security. Dragonite going for a halberd. That's an item versus the Ursa in general. He's the only one on his team that has saved up for a buyback. Alridis, he didn't save up for a buyback. He bought a gem, and now that gem will be taken by the enemies. He drops it on the ground. Here, take this. Just don't take my life. But this Kunkka didn't really seem like the type to want to negotiate. You weren't really in position to negotiate with him either. He's, definitely had a big edge there. Arrow, nicely done there. Warpine Raider does get taken down. That's not the helm of the Overlord creep. It's just Black Archangel being up for himself. He wants to end this range Rax and will finally be able to do it. That's the first Rax that dropped, but it's only range Rax 35 minutes into the game. You shouldn't be afraid of that. You're still okay in this game, Navi. The problem is they're not leaving their base. They're not really finding creative ways to play. And if you're not getting kills with the Disruptor lineup, eventually you will be in a lot of trouble. Beastmaster will have his halberd as well, so that's going to be another way to deal with the TA. Imagine if he gets disarmed before popping the BKB. Then you're kind of attacking for 2 seconds during your BKB. Then there's a roar. Another 3.5 seconds. Then there's a disarm yet again. So it's like 10-15 seconds that you're not gonna be able to attack. Who's gonna kill these guys? So Navi, they really have to start off the fight with a kill, right? Jump in, Dragonite, stun, arrow, kill somebody. That's how you start. Roche could be up in 17 seconds. No Sorry are really taking this slowly. I understand it, but this should be a some faster and more decisive pokes coming up from them. No more refreshers are going to be coming out from Navi, so if they use a glyph now on this tower, they're not going to have it again. It's very hard to decide when you're going to use your glyph in this kind of a situation. And No Sorry, they're really going for this very methodically and very carefully. They don't want to mess up. They're keeping their discipline in. But for me, this is not a good showing for the future. This is showing that they're not exactly sure how they need to end the game. And yeah, you could go safely, but that means that one mistake is gonna change it. If you go a little bit less safely, even if you make 3-4 and you make 5 good moves, it's fine. Arrow, the face of Black Archangel, actually jumping for it with the Force Staff will keep him safe for now. Black Archangel taking some damage. Mirana taking a lot more ore onto the TA. Can't she get out to this one? The BKB has been disarmed. He's not gonna be attacking at all. PMA with his BKB doesn't do anything. There's a Torrent Storm. A lot of water everywhere. And let's see who's gonna be taking a nice hot bath. Ursa, but not there in his fountain. He's gonna be sent there for 80 seconds, and the chase is on. Even though the fight started off well for the side of No Sorry, the TA wasn't attacking, but it didn't matter. Your BKBs go down on No Sorry, and you can't do much. On the other side, it doesn't seem to be the case. This is a fight won just before the next Roshan. This is what I was talking about. You don't apply pressure when you can. Means that at some point, things are gonna start going badly. No Sorry. They weren't even applying that much pressure that they were increasing the gold lead. It was just being a stalemate with Navi being in their base. A refresher on Navi means double Static Storm or double Rolling Thunder. We're seeing just how much damage the Spango is doing. He's the one that has to die. He is the one you have to roar. This TA seems to have been dealt with, but the Pango does way too much. Now level 22. And the Roche, third one, finally in the hands of Navi. They didn't get the shards from the second one, but from this one, they're gonna be getting everything without any contest coming out from the side of No Sorry. Dragonite, he's the one sporting the cheese. Let's see if he gives it to somebody. Oh, we're gonna be seeing a blue dragon, at least for one form, I guess. Because we very rarely see a blue dragon. Usually it's Dragonites that get their Aghanim's once they're level 18.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So currently it's the Dragonite that's keeping everything, both the refresher and the cheese. Aegis on the TA. Navi are ahead. No, sorry, they're in a bit of a pinch. Of course, once the hexes start coming out, that is where the game does change. You're gonna have the lockdown necessary for the Ursa to go ham, and that's the most important thing to go for. Enchantress going for another halberd. They're really putting the emphasis on the TA, not understanding that the one killing them is the Pango, just over and over again. And yep, speaking about killing, Black Archangel is gonna be brought down fairly soon. The arrow does connect. Actually, he's surviving for a little bit longer than anticipated. But in the end, the second of man comes over. It is lights out for him. Dodron, Rolling Thunder, Swashbuckle. There it is. The match does come through, and Dodron is dead. He doesn't get anything off. Two heroes gone. Navi are the ones that have the Aegis. Navi are the ones that are going to be pushing right now. They're going to need some time to deal with the lanes. And maybe just pushing out the side lanes right now would be the best course of action during the death of No Sorry. And then push afterwards. Sometimes if you just go for a straight up push, you can get yourself in front of the enemy base, they come back to life and you've accomplished nothing. But if you push out the side lanes, if you push out all three of the lanes, they come back to life and then they can't leave the base, right? That is when you catch them. That is when you are ready to kill them again and go for the base when you're a lot closer to it. We'll see what they decide. The Kinkanao does have a buyback, 40 seconds before he's back in the game, but the Enchantress is already there.
Out of my way!
Navi Jr. They've been losing for the majority of this game, but not any longer. They're the ones ahead. 3k gold lead is not a problem to come back from. But dictating the tempo and having the positioning, it is. No, sorry, they still have that one range drags that they took. But that's the only thing they have to show for their pretty much 10 or even 15-minute siege. So not a lot. The Centaur, taken by the Overlord. Onto Dominic, he has the blade, he has the BKB TP. I know, he got disarmed. Dino coming over. Rhea Man goes to the side. He's going onto the Beastmaster. And Ursa coming forward. Does have a basher. Doesn't get any bashes in. Ursa uses his ulti. He's in so much trouble, Dino. He's not going to be escaping that static storm. I will at least kill the Mirana. Dominic, dude, get yourself away. Nope, that's not going to be happening. They bring him back, and with a couple of hits from the TA, Dominic should be dropping down. He has a ton of armor. The evasion is there as well, but it just isn't going to be enough. And 2 for 1. You've lost 2 cores, claimed only a support level 25 on the TA. The refraction charges are going to be there now, so good luck going through that one. You're going to be needing both the Torrent and the Bushwhack to actually burn through that many refraction charges. 13. Bushwhack does not connect. Look at PMA just jumping in. Dodges that one with the Stormcrafter. Nicely done. PMA taking some damage. The Enchantress has been broken, and he should be okay. Got the juice. Has to be a little bit careful versus the Enchantress. Once the refractions come out, that is when the damage stops. Actually, Torrent and the Bushwhack, that's going to be taking them off. Got the juice, dropping low. He does have the Aegis. You're saving the Squirrel. Not for long. The X doesn't matter because the damage is going to be more than sufficient. And is this how you push? No, sorry. You're going to have to take a page out of Navi's book because they are doing what you have been trying to do for quite some time, of course. No, sorry, Zero's there, dead. The Ursa will be back in 13, but by 10, they're already going to be losing their axes. They get the stun onto the Enchantress. He's getting scabbed, going to be removing that stun fast, but has been broken. The TA now can go ham. Black Archangel, are you tanky enough? He says yes. With Halberd, the misses are going to be there, or coming out onto the Dragon. I mean, it's already used the BKB. It doesn't matter when the Ursa comes into the fray. It's going to be there, and now Navi. They are the ones that have to run away. They haven't been able to take their access. Arrow doesn't connect on anybody. I don't know how. Moonlight Shadow isn't going to be enough to protect him. He tries to go with the X. Onto the high ground they go, and Ridis does he escape? Not really. X onto the high ground. They will be able to find him and get a fall-off kill. Navi, they don't get their access and they lose 2 in the process. Losing the Aegis in a couple of seconds. You have to be very careful if you got the juice. They see him, they know him, they know where he is. He's not gonna move. Pops the BKB. If you really think that's gonna save you, have to be kidding. Riemann will get caught, the Lincolns will get broken, but he looks pretty much alive. Goes for the roll up a little bit too late, takes a lot of damage. His boomerang is not to be underestimated. The gem is on the ground, and Yon just dies. But sorry, coming over, the bashes from the Ursa. No, he's the one that's gonna get bashed. Now Dino uses his ulti, but that's gonna be expiring fairly soon. You're gonna be so in trouble. Nice disarm coming out from Black Archangel. Stop attacking my carry, and got the juice. He doesn't have a choice but to fly. Arrow, nice blink from Dino to Zavrik, just dodging that arrow. But how do you dodge the impetus shot while you're just so fast? Daze, he has the Force Staff and will be able to get himself into a safe position. This was a long fight that allows everybody on Navi Jr., apart from the Pango that just dies, to come back. And this was a dieback from the Pango. Last time he died, he fought back. Well, last time the Enchantress lived through this, but Black Archangel, now it's not going to be happening, so he does get taken down. Oh, look at how long the Pango is dead for. The PMA back to the world of the living. Ursa is alive, so he can maybe go for it. The buyback from Black Archangel. They want the melee Raxes. They are not going to be content with the range ones, but they won't be getting either because of their greed. They could have taken the range ones. Top lane, range super creeps are pushing in, and the TA will finally get away. Has been in front of the No Sorry base for the past 5, maybe even 7 minutes. And is now finally going to be rotating towards top. In terms of structural damage, very close between the teams. In terms of strength, Navi definitely stronger. This Pango is too big of an issue, and he cannot be killed. Now even has a Lincoln Sphere, so you cannot roar him through the Rolling Thunder. If he gets the Rolling Thunder off, I think the fight is just instantly over for No Sorry. Unless they're getting such a huge jump on a TA, maybe. But even then, it is a question, do you win a fight if the Pango is rolling through everybody and just constantly jumping with his Aghanim Scepter? Yeah, has the Lincolns. Little TA Lincolns that was used in the Pango? Not sure. So Ursa, Abyssal Blade ready. He does have the Trickster's Cloak. Win probability for No Sorry is only 30%, Navi 70%. I'd say that's about right. No Sorry, you could say they have a bit of a vision advantage, but then again, Navi, they have their traps, they have the Moonlight Shadow, so they have something to play with as well. Problem, of course, both of the gems currently are No Sorry, and Navi, they don't have those. In terms of lane positioning, No Sorry still did this better. They're pushing in top, they're pushing in mid. Navi, they're only pushing in the bottom lane. But they push really fast, and they have the glyph, something that No Sorry don't have at the ready. TPing in with Dominic. He is smoked up. The arrow will not connect. And got the juice coming forward. The range Raxes should fall, and they will. Navi, they've taken the range Raxes. They're going for the melee once, and there it is, the roar onto the TA. They can't go through the refraction with the Force Staff. He gets himself away. The BKB is on. I'm not taking any damage, and I've already lost the squirrel. Ursa has been caught. What is he to do? He's just staying inside of the static storm. Look at that Rolling Thunder go. They don't have buybacks on the Ursa. This is looking like it's over for No Sorry in game number 1. Navi, they won the fight in front of the enemy base, and they're gonna be getting more Force Staff. You get yourself away, but not far enough. Dead for 90, and that's gonna be enough for Navi to end this one. The GGs aren't coming out. No Sorry, they think they can still fight, but boy, are they wrong. Daze coming next to the enemy fountain. He will get hexed up. Where's the damage? Can they even kill the Mirana? Tries to dodge it there with the Stormcraft. Not gonna be happening. Dodgerin, he does pull in with the X, but you do not have the damage. You do not have the strength. This game, it is over. No Sorry, they call GG, and Navi Jr., against all odds, they will win this game number 1. There were times when it looked like it couldn't get better for them, but they endured. They endured through the pressure of No Sorry, and they came out as the victors in the end. No Sorry, you had your timings. You had time when you could strike, but you were too afraid of making a mistake. And then what happened is that Navi Jr., they mustered their strength. They got out of the base, won a fight. And after that, No Sorry never came back into it. They did everything right. Pushed out the top lane, slowed down the TA, killed her a couple of times, took the first, took the second Roche, and not being able to end the game with all of that means that you're giving your enemies a little bit too much time to find a way to win. And that's exactly what's going to be happening here in game number 1. But it's not all. It's not over, because this is a 3-game series, right? If No sorry win the next game. They're going to be forcing out the decider. Will they? We don't know, but we find out after a short break, so stay with us.